as MEOWTH is already coming out in China in December, just in like 4 or 5 days, we now finally have some gameplay for the next Speedster also coming to global, probably around January, as you know, being guest of course, right? Makes the most sense. So, first we have becomes a boosted attack with every third attack, dropping gold coins to the opposing Pokemon it hits. So again, it's going to be a Speedster. Also, this could be a bit different compared to global, you know? As of course the Chinese server has a bit of different gameplay, so it could be a bit different. Pickup. Attacking Pokemon from the opposing team will pilfer their battle item. I guess will take a copy or steal it, I guess. Defeating a white Pokemon will pilfer a random battle item. This ability goes on a cooldown after it's triggered. Moving towards Chaos Energy or Gold Coins increases the Pokemon's move speed. Picking up Gold Coins increases the Pokemon's move speed for a short time. So yeah, you can see there we had like an extra potion we get as well. Pick this up right there. And you get extra move speed. So it's going to be very fast again. I mean, you're going to be a Speedster, right? Looks like kind of like a basic attack Speedster as well. I really like this mechanic of stealing or copying the enemy's battle item. And it's very fun of a mechanic. Then we have Scratch. Has user Scratch his Pokemon with its sharp claws. Dealing damage is the basic move. Of course, nothing crazy. Again, we stole another battle item. Of course, this one is a China exclusive one. So, yeah. Not sure what this looks like. Rocky him a bit. And then we have Feint. Has user dash at opposing Pokemon. Dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits. So again, every boost out attack drops this gold coin. That gives us good move speed. So I mean, I feel like already with that mechanic, it's going to be very fun. Just this battle item mechanic alone is going to make it such a fun Pokemon. Again, very cool as a Speedster. Expecting MEOWTH. I don't know what I expected MEOWTH to maybe be. Alright, first move right here. Wait, which level? I mean, it doesn't matter. The levels are different in China, right? It doesn't matter. I think. We have Payday. Has user hurl a gold coin in designated direction, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon it hits. Gold coin will drop in the opposing Pokemon it hits. A maximum of 1 use can be kept in reserve for this move. Picking up gold coin reduces this time until another reserve use becomes available. We already had like kind of the moves, but I need to see them in action to really understand what they do. So it's just a skill shot. Right there. Up. And it drops another gold coin. And then you can run faster towards it, pick it up of course. And be even faster too. I mean, I like that it's a skill shot. It's a pretty forgiving hitbox, I think. And then we have Feint Attack. Has the user pounce at a designated opposing Pokemon and scratch them with its claws, dealing damage and leaving them unable to act, so you have a stun. When this move hits, the user is granted a shield effect and can quickly move in a designated direction. The user's next basic attack becomes a boosted attack. I guess similar to like jump kick of Dodrio, I guess. Right? Let me see if he does it again. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's pretty much the same thing as, I guess Blaze Kick Cinder Ace makes more sense, as it's a point and click. Point and click that has a small stun, and then we get a boost auto attack. Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? I'm surprised by this, like, first ability has like double the damage or something sometimes. It has like 2 damage icons. Right? So yeah. Pretty much another Blaze Kick. I mean, yeah, it looks good. We can jump across there and pick up those coins. Or does it do like execute damage? I think it does execute damage. Did it say that it does execute damage? Let me see. It doesn't say it here, but I think it does execute. So the lower someone's on HP, the more damage it does. You can see the moment the target dummy gets lower and lower, there's like another damage number popping up that gets higher. That was like 200, now it's 379. Now it's 449, unless it's just your passive you're stacking up or something. Not sure, but you can see now it's 500. Now it looks like 500 is the max it can do from this. And when the target dummy gets full HP again, the damage is gone again. So now it's full HP again, you can see. If he throws one more. Now it does a bit less damage. Okay, he's not gonna use it now. Maybe. There we go. Now it's 85 damage. So I assume it's some missing HP kind of thing of the enemies. Or maybe it's a stacking debuff on the enemies as well. Who knows? But yeah, kind of cool. So that is already the first basic moves. Then we go towards its Unite. Yep. There we go. Has user unleash a barrage of gold coin towards the designated Pokemon from the opposing team dealing damage. If Pokemon from the opposing team step in the coin's path, the coins will hit them instead. During the attack, the coins will periodically drop near Pokemon from the opposing team hit by the move. That was like point and click, right? Kind of like Icicle Spear. Yeah, it's kind of like Glaceon's Icicle Spear as a Unite move. And you can also block it. Now it did 800 damage. Maybe it depends on how many gold coins you pick up. There's like a stacking buff, right? Now it's doing 800. But I mean, it's higher level now, right? So. Okay. But now it's permanent maxed out at 800. So I don't know. Like, there's some damage towards the first ability. Some extra damage. You can see another Unite move maybe. Oh no, we're going to that. Yeah, I want to see the Unite move again. But yeah, that's, I mean, it's pretty much Icicle Spear, right? Pretty much Icicle Spear as a sort of Unite. Maybe I'm missing something about the first ability there. Okay, then we have Furry Swipes. Has the user swiped twice with the Sharp Claws at designated opposing Pokemon, dealing damage and granting the user a shield effect. The number of swipes increases based on the number of times the user has recently dealt damage to opposing Pokemon. When this move hits, that number of times resets. If the maximum number of swipes hits, the cooldown of Feint or Feint Attack and Assurance reset. Kinda sounds similar to Shadow Claw Mimikyu, right? Kinda. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a Shadow Claw Mimikyu. Very similar to it. It has the passive there. If you stack it up fully, you get cooldown reduction. Like, wait, I mean, But that's from the, this is from Furry Stripes, right? This right here. So I guess that bits up the more you do, okay. Or was it Assurance? When the user has the user charge in the destined direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon, this move deals double damage to opposing Pokemon the user has recently did damage to 5 or more times. Oh yeah, okay. So this is from Assurance, that gold coin. Or that, you know, MEOWTH thing on the target dummy. When this move hits, the user recovers HP relatively to the number of times the Furry Swipe's number of swipes resets. So I guess that's how, yeah. So now it's stacking up. We dash. And then do like extra damage towards them. Okay, interesting. This seems to be the synergy as well right here. You can see like a little slap coming in once it's fully built up. Once it's fully built up, we hit it with this and we do extra damage towards them, and then we can build it up again. And also resets some of the Furry Swipes? No. There's a lot going on that I maybe not know about. Also, we don't know the upgrades, because China has different upgrades for the moves, so all of this can be, of course, different. But I just wanted to see it in action, because we haven't really seen it in action much, right? So, really see how this Pokemon feels like. It's gonna be quite exciting, I feel like. MEOWTH, I mean, it looks pretty fun to me. I just like this better item mechanic the most, though. One has a potion. And yeah. This is gonna play against the bot a bit. Always curious to see how the early game does. I know there's a Pidgeotto there, guys, but that's a China exclusive thing. You can do these and they defend the goal for you, actually. Look, it's flying around the goal. And it defends the goal after doing it. But we're never getting the Chinese version, as they don't even like it. There's a higher chance that China just copies global than we ever getting Chinese version. So people who hated first to 500 are going to be happy. Here are the upgrades, but again, the upgrades in China you can choose one between 2 upgrades for every move. So it's very, very different. Besides that, I think there's nothing else you have to look at here. But again, you also get like a battle item of killing, what was it, like white Pokemon or something? Or maybe objectives, you also get a battle item. There's Shedinja Doll right here. He doesn't really use it though much. Nice, okay. Now Shedinja just disappeared, now we got X Attack. How did we get X Attack here? From this white Pokemon. X Attack. Potion. Another potion again. Oh, it's gonna be kinda insane though. The battle item thing, it looks kinda insane, man. I am excited for it. I'm very excited for it. It's a cool new mechanic. I wish he would use it more often so we can actually see how often it resets. Okay, now we use potion. How do we get the next one? There we go. We dropped a Ghoul Hacker now. Of this white Pokemon, just got a Ghoul Hacker. Okay. Well, that's kind of useless for now. Interesting. Just get a random ghoul hacker. Now we go to shield again. So yeah, getting just KOing wild Pokemon, right, gives you also these. Of course it has a cooldown. You can see the cooldown at the bottom. How long is the cooldown? Let me see. The cooldown now starts at, I can't even see, where's the in-game timer? 5:25. 5:25. I mean, it's 30-second cooldown, right? Okay. 30-second cooldown seems reasonable for it. So every 30 seconds you can get a battle item. I mean, that sounds pretty good though, doesn't matter what. Just an additional one to your normal basic one. Now Fluffy Tail, of course, might always be useful. But yeah. So now the cooldown is running there. And that's it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, cool. Looks good to me. Let me know in the comments what you think about MEOWTH. Stay excited for it. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!